Pimp My Ride fans may have believed the MTV show acted like a fairy godmother for car lovers who couldn't afford tricked-out rides. Peek under the hood of this gearhead favorite, however, and instead of finding a shiny V8, there might be a hamster on a wheel. There's no arguing Pimp My Ride's popularity and impact on pulp culture, but the show's behind-the-scenes reality makes the show seem more like a lemon. Many cars with mechanical issues left with the same problems. There's nothing glamorous about fixing a major mechanical issue, and Pimp My Ride apparently didn't try too hard. Instead, the crews seem to use the cars as elaborate advertisements for their sponsored businesses by installing eye-catching fixtures. Some problems were fixed, but contestants have claimed the labor was sloppy, while others reported the car stopped working entirely days later. One contestant, Seth Martino, said in his Reddit AMA that his pimped car was a polished turd and that he couldn't even drive until he spent $1,700 of his own money to replace the engine that the crews neglected to work on. But hey, at least he got a robot arm that can ding a triangle for some reason.
Check that out.
I think it's crazy.
Great job, guys. The process took months. The show gives the impression that people got their cars back days later. The paint's still wet, but some cars' owner report it actually took upwards of 7 months. Shops had to order parts or make custom details that required time. To top it off, former contestants told Huffington Post that MTV didn't always provide an alternate car for the entire time. Seth Martino told HuffPo that they only paid for a rental for the first 2 months, and worse, because of his young age, most reputable companies wouldn't even rent a car to him. Bogus backstories. When contestants didn't seem interesting enough, the show added some spice. Some cars were doctored to look worse in the before shots. Martino revealed in his AMA that producers planted candy throughout his car. He wrote, "I know I'm fat, but they went the extra mile to make me look extra fat by telling the world that I kept candy all over my seat and floor, just in case I got hungry." This begs the question, why humiliate a contestant on a show with a guy who looks like this as a regular cast member? Well, apparently the producers wanted a reason to install a cotton candy machine. Worse, the cotton candy machine didn't have a protective hood. Martino never even used it after the shoot. Surprised? The element of surprise is great for good television, and Pimp My Ride always started with an unexpected knock on a jalopy owner's door. But how many do you really think answered at just the right moment? That's why car owners were prepped beforehand. Some contestants knew that they were finalists, while others were already mic'd up and ready for retakes. Contestant Jake Glazer explained that producers didn't think he seemed excited enough, so they made him do it again. This is what faked overreaction looks like. Other times, if a person's house didn't seem right for television, they'd go to a different home altogether. For a show starring a guy named Exhibit, they sure did keep a bunch of weird stuff under wraps, huh?
Hey, you need 2 things. You need these, you officially been pimped, all right? Get out of here.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch more videos like the one you just saw, and leave us a comment to let us know what you thought was the sketchiest part of Pimp My Ride.